Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Italiano. Buongiorno, sono Matteo, vengo da Roma. I'm from Rome. Sono nato il 17 febbraio.
C'è poi un Italia, poco genello, di Roma.
Sono nato il 17 febbraio 1984. I was born 17 February of 1984. So I'm from 84. So I'm how? 38. I'm 38. Yeah, this is a good one in math. Okay. Perfect. So I'm a musician, as I was saying. So that means that I play music, and I usually go around Italy or Europe to play my music. But besides that, I also teach guitar in a music school. So I love to be with teenager and young guys and girls. It's pretty cool. So about this tour, what he was saying, I started my last tour in Italy on the half of July, and I went. Are you good at geography? I don't know.
Geography, I give you.
Okay. Let's try and see what happened. So I toured first of all south of Italy. Okay. And
Sardinia too?
Sardinia, yeah. Sardinia is the little, well, not little. It's the highland close to Italy.
Jo turas prasidėjo vasarą ir taip pat atostogos suderino Sardiniją. It's the island, yeah?
Island, yeah. Because we have Italy, there is Sicily down, and the Sardinia is the other island. Okay. After that, I came back home, and then I started tour like outside Italy. So first country, I went to Switzerland. Okay. Do you know where is Switzerland? Yeah. Okay. Then I went to Germany. Do you want to know Okay. So Switzerland, Germany. The third place was actually Poland. One day I was in Warsaw, which is a very beautiful city. So after Poland, I went to Latvia. Yeah. And now I'm here. So since now it's been like pretty long trip, and I will go back to Poland, and I will go to Austria.
Austrija žemiau Vokietijos, kažkur čia, ne? Yeah? Austria.
Switzerland? Like close to Switzerland.
Yeah.
On the side. And then I will, hopefully, I will go home back. So that's been like my trip since now, and I'm driving by myself. So I'm like going around and driving, and it's fun because it's different when you travel, when you go on vacation, when you go for holidays. Usually, people take a flight, take a plane, so you go to an airport, and then you are in another place, in another country, another city. But when you drive, you actually go through all different cities, all different countries, and you can see how everything changed a little bit. Because like, to come here, I drove through almost like all Europe. And it's different if you take a plane. When you drive, you actually see how everything changed. And it's something very, very beautiful. And I'm very lucky about, I will talk about music and art, but I really want to say that I feel I'm very lucky because I do a job that is very important for me, like playing music around, playing music for other people, and especially travel around and see different cultures and different cities is something that is very important. Maybe you are young and you don't understand that much, or you don't care that much now about like being conformed, being like in touch with other cultures or other people, but you will understand one day. And as you are young people, I tell you it's very important to know other cultures, know other people, know other language is something that will make you very rich inside. So, yeah. So that's a very cool part about my job. But anyway, so I finished my school, I finished the high school, and my mom said, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to be a musician. And my mom says, okay, but if you want to be a musician, you have to study a lot. So, and I will always thank my parents because they made it happen. They paid my study, my university for music. But my mom says, as if I see that you're not studying, I will just stop giving money for university. So I studied music for 5 years, 6 years, I think. Yeah. And I was playing with one of my band, was playing like rock music because I was young at the time. Now. And so yeah, I studied guitar. I studied like all the story, all the history of music, the theory and everything. Something very cool, something very boring is like a school, no? There is something interesting, something not interesting, but everything is important. Except something like Latin for me. At school I was very bad at Latin. I really could not understand the language. But okay. After the school I had a chance to, I was actually moving to Berlin, but I had a chance to go in United States. So I went there and I played their music for a couple of years with my best friend that he just became a father yesterday. So yeah, I went to the United States and I played music there, and I realized how, especially for art, like music, every art is important to go see other places. Because when I was in the US, I realized how the music culture there is different. It's not something that is better or not or worse. It's different, and that's the point that I'm really into it, because US in United States they think music in a different way, and that's the thing that I'm seeing even now. Like every country that I'm going to play music, they see music in a different way. Even here, like I'm talking with you guys and I'm playing in a school, and it's something that it never happened to me, and it's something that I never saw in Italy actually. So it's amazing, it's wonderful.
Let's make a break. Girdėjot, jis ne tik Europoje muzikavo, bet ir Amerikoje, ne? Ar žinot nors vieną grupę iš to miesto Sietlo, tai yra pasaulinio garso? Jūsų tėveliai galbūt žino, gal net močiutė. Vienas jau nebegyvas lyderis, bet jo žmona dar muzikuoja, garsi rokerė. Sietlas yra scena, tai nesusijęs su šia pamOKa, bet jeigu domitės kultūrą, tai Sietlas yra sostinė tos muzikos, kuri vadinama sub pop. Jeigu anglų mokotės, tai žinot, kad pop yra pop, o sub yra toks kaip sušvelnintas, vadinkim taip. Tai čia yra Nirvanos miestas, čia yra Soundgarden miestas, čia yra DAILŽ miestas ir taip toliau. And about your maybe practice in Seattle and differences between Europe and USA by you?
Yes. Okay. So music in Seattle is something very. If you wanna, when you wanna.
And about culture differences too. Okay.
When you wanna stop me and translate.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So music is very different in all the United States, but in Seattle especially because they have a great history. And I can say this, like, when I'm around, people can come and ask if I play music. When I was living in Seattle, they were not asking, like, do you play music?
Suprantu, Sietle neklausinėjau.
They were asking like, in which band are you playing?
Ir kokia grupė.
Yeah, like it's normal that you play music. And when someone said like, I don't play music, they were like, oh, so you're painting or you are an actor or something. So it's like very important. And when I'm in Italy and I do that, I talk that I'm a musician, the people always ask me, okay, so what's your real job? But that in Seattle, no. It's like if you say, in the United States, in all the United States, if you say like, I'm a musician, it's something like, oh wow, that's a great job. That's the big difference that I noticed from Italy. I don't know if you want to translate, no? Okay. But I think that that's the Italian problem, especially. Because I'm pretty sure that in other countries in Europe, it's way close to United States about.
Visi supranta apie tai, ką dabar eina kalba. Ir apie jūsų būsimas profesijas, kai jūsų klaus močiutės ypatingai, kurios nesupras, pavyzdžiui, ten spaudimo mygtukų ir skis, čia tavo darbas, čia gi žaidimas. Tai būtent Amerikoje, Sietle, tam mieste jo neklausinėjo. Europoje, toje pačioje Italijoje dažnai klausinėjo, kodėl tai nesupranta. And about art and music and art in one, like artworks of your layouts, of your production. Let's talk about
my vinyl.
Yes, because we have the lesson with the scenography.
Okay, so you want to explain all my vinyl artwork?
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Kadangi pamOKa yra scenografija, aš prašau jo šiek tiek papasakoti ir tos temos, apie ką jūs kalbat su mokytoja.
Yeah, so I have I made an album last December, and I have in a car actually. I'm sorry that I didn't bring it inside. And it's very beautiful because I need artwork for my vinyl. I don't know if you know what a vinyl is, but it's...
Ar turi telefonus, jūs pasakys adresą ir atsidarysit ir pakalbėsim apie jo viršelį. Let's talk about your link when they will find it, and we will talk about your newest artwork.
You probably know better Spotify and Instagram. So.
Kas paprašiau būtų Spotify'us, Instagramas, kur jums atsidarė? Instagramas, Bonnie. Yeah. Bonnie su dviem, ne? Jack kaip? Jack? Apatinis brūkšnelis? And blues.
And I have to explain what blues is. So yeah, you can find me online. And it was interesting because I need the artwork for my album.
Suraskit viršelį, the name of your newest vinyl.
Night Lord. So
they need to find it now.
Yeah.
We will talk about it. Suradot?
Well, if you go on Instagram, there is the image.
Instagramo paveikslėliuose radot? Mokytoja radot?
Aš story darysiu.
Taip, šitas. Taip. Ir čia yra įdomi istorija. Norėčiau atkreipti dėmesį, tai turi labai bendrą su jūsų pamOKa. Jo draugas dailininkas tiesiog gavo užduotį nupiešti viršelį. Tai tas pats kaip scenografija, bet ne scenoje, o albume. Ir jis pradėjo siųsti dainas ir ką jūs mato dabar viršelį, tai netgi tas pakaruoklis yra pirma daina albume. Let's talk about your songs and idea finally in the vinyl artwork.
There is this guy that is a painter. How you say painter?
Dailininkas.
So I wrote to him and said, hey, do you want to do something for my new album? And I sent him my songs, just to know, because they listen my songs and see, first of all, if you like it, because if you don't like it, you're not gonna make something good. And second, you can take some inspiration for your painting. And he sent me the artwork, and it was pretty interesting because he put all the character of my songs inside the painting. And it's something very, very beautiful because you can have a song you can have a story and you can have a painting that all three are saying the same things, right?
Matot, viršeliai yra labai skirtingų visokių dalykų, netgi, kaip sakiau, pakaruoklis. Tai yra dainos. Tas dailininkas priima sprendimą, kai scenografas priima sprendimą, pakalba su režisierium, aktorium, paskui ar turės kiek nupirkti dažų ten ir taip toliau. Ir jis priima sprendimą padaryti tokią ir tokią scenografiją, dar žiūrėdamas, ar ten koncertas ar spektaklis, ar humoristinis, ar dramaturginis ir taip toliau. Tai šiuo atveju jo šitas draugas dailininkas priėmė sprendimą sudėti dainas. Ir ką jūs matot, yra būtent dainų įsivaizdavimas pagal dailininką, viršelį. Ką matot viršelį dabar be to, kurį jau 2 kartus minėjau? Ką matot viršelį? Mokytoja, padėkit mums. Pavaduotoja, padėkit mums. Ką viršelį dar matot?
Ką dar matot vaikai? Arba matot kažkokią laivą matot, ne? Pilnažį matot.
Moon, skull, how to say, yes, moon, image in the astral.
Yes, there is the
Anger,
hangman.
yes.
It's not something
Ką dar matot?
Jack the Ripper, the character.
Ir vienas dalykas, kurį jūs matot dešinėje pačioje, jeigu žiūrit, ir tai nėra daina, tai yra gėlės, beje viena jų labai primena mūsų baltą rožę.
Ne, čia narcizas.
Tai dailininko simbolis. Simbolis pats sugalvojo Ines about flowers.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the sign of the guy that made flower.
from
Not Italy, Como.
Ok, gerai, tai va tiek bendro su šitą pamoką, kaip kartais vyksta netikėtai arba tikėtai tam tikri scenografiniai dailės ir muzikos.
Bet aš dabar žinau, ko reiks mokinti vaikus, kas yra viršelis, nes jie net neranda.
Tai cover,
Kaip
man atrodo.
angliškai narcizas, kas žino?
O viršelis cover, ne?
Čia yra jų daug.
Kaip ir muzikoje būna coverį, ne perdaros. Let's talk about the weekend. Kiek turim laiko iki pamokos pabaigos?
20 minučių.
17. 20.
Jo, nu toks vis tiek reikės laikyti.
5 minutes for this one, so we have 15 minutes now for the finishing. Okay?
Okay, so do you want me like what do you think about those music? What do you think about maybe?
Sakė, pirmas studijavo muziką. Profesionalus muzikantas, nežinau, kad išmokęs pabrantis. What was your favorite subject in the school? While you were a student, what was your favorite
Jis
subject?
minėjo, kad ten labai prastai sekėsi lotynų kalba. Ar jums
Nėra jam
moko, pavyzdžiui, daugiau negu anglų, ten rusų? Rusų kaip
Ir dar
sekėsi?
prancūzų.
Dabar atjungia televiziją, sunku mokytis.
Do you actually study music?
Ne?
Okay, nice. In Italy, it's made like not in a good way, music in the school. So you have to study outside the school. But when I was at school, my age, especially like in middle and high school, I really loved to study like art and literature because it's something that goes like music with art and creativity. So I always find that interesting. But I was also a lot of interested about like math and physics. So, well, it's very something. It's beautiful to study everything because everything like open your mind. So, yeah.
Girdit apie matematiką, fiziką, tai irgi tokios pamokos, kurios gal sudėtingos, bet jas mokytis reikia, nes tai atveria mūsų mintis, mūsų protą, mūsų galvas. Yeah?
Yeah, and I was way more like smart and intelligent when I was studying at school. Because when I finished to study, now I'm not studying a lot. I play guitar. I always study guitar, but it's different. So I always try to read a lot of books to keep my mind like